Welcome to Datalynx official YouTube channel. In this tutorial, we will learn what is profiling functions and its use. A profiling function is a SQL statement which may have 0, 1 or more placeholders. For example, let us consider we have a table called product. To obtain the record count of the product table, the SQL query is select count from product. This query is only relevant to product table and has no placeholders. Let's see how to use placeholder instead of product table so that the query is generic and can be used on any table. Replace product with a placeholder table name in the query as shown. This makes the query generic and Data Explorer substitutes the required value. Let us learn more about the use of placeholders in detail. For example, select count from product where color equals a placeholder for color. This query has one placeholder for color. Data Explorer substitutes the required value instead of placeholder. For example, blue. This SQL query example is only valid for the product table and the color column. Let's see how can we use multiple placeholders in a query. For example, select count from table name where data field equals value. This query has three placeholders: table name, data field and value. Data Explorer substitutes the required value. That is, product for table name, color for data field, and blue for value. This query is generic and can be used on any table and column. Let's connect to the AdventureWorks DMS training template in Data Explorer and learn how to apply profiling functions. Data Explorer displays all the registered tables in the selected template. Click on Functions button in the Data Profiling toolbar under Home menu. Profiling Functions screen shows up. Data Explorer comes with a range of inbuilt profiling functions. We may choose from a variety of database types depending on our requirement. Here, the template is linked to SQL Server. Therefore, we must select SQL Server as the database type. Data Quality Dimension. This categories the grouping of functions into logical groupings referred as DQ dimension. Accuracy, for functions related to data accuracy. Statistical, for functions related to numeric values. Validity, for data validity of all data types and so on for others. By default, it is selected All to display all functions. Output type. Based on our requirement we can choose the type of output we expect from a profiling function. Either record count, shortlist, full list or single value. When we select column data type, information dialog box appears to select Data Quality Dimension filter first. Depending on the chosen data quality dimension, it specifies the attributes that can be chosen with it, either alphanumeric, collection, date time, or numeric. Auto Profile will allow us to apply profiling functions on all the specified columns by ticking the box, either string columns, date columns or numeric columns. These are all of the built-in profiling functions for SQL Server database in Data Explorer. All these functions have SQL statements. We have a search box where you may choose the column to find the needed function. Function ID is the system-generated unique function ID when creating a function. Tag ID links two or more profiling functions. To apply a profiling function to a table, click on the data profiling icon next to the table. Table data profiling screen shows up with all the profiling functions. Select the profiling function you wish to apply and click on Apply Function icon next to the function. In this instance, I am applying Duplicate Record Count function. Apply Function screen shows up. Select any column you wish to apply to the group by. You can drag and drop or select the column and click on arrow. This is where you can view the function's description. You can also key in reporting function description which will be displayed in the reports. Click OK button to close the screen. We can see that the profiling function is applied. Double-click on the function or right-click and select Execute to execute the profiling function and view the results. In this instance, we can see that this column doesn't have any duplicates and we can confirm that Business Entity ID column is unique. Click on Close button to exit the screen. Let's explore a few other buttons. Click on Functions button under the Data Profiling toolbar. Let's see how to edit a profiling function. Select any profiling function and click on Edit button. Profiling function screen for that selected function appears. You can edit the profiling function attributes from this screen. Tag ID is internally defined by Data Explorer. Tag ID is used to link two profiling functions. By clicking on this arrows, we can see the list of profiling functions using the same tag ID. In this instance, we only have one function. The output type for this function is record count. If you wish to display the list of records, you need to select Short List and modify the query accordingly. Auto Profile, we can check this box to auto profile all the columns based on data type. This is the description of the profiling function. This is the SQL statement of this function. This query has two placeholders. One for table name and other for column. This is a generic query and can be applied to any table. You can edit the query based on using different placeholders available on the right, such as group by, order by, select fields, data fields up to 10, depending on your requirements. We can also pass parameters to the query. We can explore more about this in the future videos. Click on Close button to close the profiling screen for that function. Please note, I am clicking on No button as I don't want to save any changes made to this function. Now, let's see how to create a new profiling function. Click on New button. Data Profiling Function Details screen appears. I want to create a function to view the list of records where price of the product is less than $10. Let's give the function name as Demo. Choose the database type as SQL Server. Choose the DQ dimension as statistical. Choose column data type as numeric. Choose output type as short list. We will give a meaningful description to the profiling function. To display list of records where unit price is less than $10. Now, we need to type in the SQL statements using the placeholders as required. Click on OK to close. We can see that the demo profiling function is added to the list. Let's apply the demo profiling function to one of the tables. You can right-click on the table and choose Data Profiling. Or you can choose Data Profiling icon next to the table name. Table Data Profiling screen shows up with all the list of function available on the left. Let's apply demo function by clicking on the Apply Function icon next to the function. This is the function description. You can select the list of columns you wish to see in the result set by dragging the columns or clicking on the arrow icon. Now select Unit Price column to the data field. Click on OK button to apply the profiling function. We can see that the profiling function is applied. Double-click on the applied profiling function or right-click and choose Execute to execute the profiling function. You can see the results of the profiling function with the selected columns showing unit price less than $10. You can see it displayed all records based on the profiling function. Right-click and select Save As to save this result. Likewise select Save Sub-Lists As to save the drill-down data. This is significant in data analysis. You can also choose to export the results to Excel. Choose Export to Excel option to export. Click on Close button to exit the results screen. Let's see other options here. Right-click on the profiling function, click on Edit to edit the attributes of the profiling function. You can add more columns to the Select Columns list. Click OK to save the changes. Right-click on the profiling function and click on Execute to view the results. You can see the new column has been added. Click on Close button to close the screen. If you wish to delete the profiling function, right-click on the profiling function and choose Delete option. A warning dialog box appears. Click on Yes to delete, but in this case, I will click on No, as I don't want to proceed with deletion. Choose Delete All to delete all the profiling functions applied to this table if you wish. Choose Profiling function to edit the SQL statement of the profiling function. Profiling function screen appears. Click on Edit button to edit the profiling function. Let's change the SQL statement slightly. We will change the where condition from 10 to 9. Click on OK button. Click on Close button to close the profiling function screen. Let's execute the profiling function and see the results. Right-click on the profiling function and click on Execute to display the results. You can notice that the unit price is less than $9. This way you can modify the SQL statement of the profiling function and view the results instantly for the purpose of data analysis. Click on Close button to close the Table Data Profiling screen. Now, let's explore how to clone a profiling function. Click on Functions button under the Data Profiling toolbar. Profiling function screen shows up. In this tutorial, we have already created a demo profiling function to display the list of records where unit price is less than $9. I am also interested to know the record count of the demo profiling function. To do this, click on Clone button. Clone function screen is displayed. Enter the name of the new function. In this instance, let's find the record count of demo function. Tick the checkbox next to the record count. Retain tag ID is automatically checked. Click OK button to close the clone function screen. We can see that the new function has been added to the list of profiling functions. We can also see that the tag ID is same for both the functions we created. This indicates that the results of both the profiling functions will be displayed next to each other in the profiling report. Let's edit the newly created profiling function to view the attributes and SQL statement. On clicking arrow next to tag ID, functions with same tag ID screen is displayed. We can see both the functions that have same tag ID. We can see that it has appended select count, asterisk, to the previous script. Linked to, it shows the list of templates that this function is applied to. Click on OK to close the screen. Other options such as import, export and delete will be discussed in the future videos. Thank you for watching.